So breaking news that's coming in, a new announcement coming in from the government where the new PMO building will be called Sewa Teerth. So after Lok Kalyan Marg trying to rebrand several buildings in the national capital, now the new PMO building will be called Sewa Teerth is the big pitch coming in from Prime Minister Modi's government, which is on this rebranding spree when it comes to key buildings across the national capital region and key emblems as well as banners across the Indian government as well as the forces. Now the new PMO building will be called Sewa Teerth. I'm joined by my colleague Aman Sharma on the broadcast. So Aman, on brand for Prime Minister Modi, new PMO building Sewa Teerth.
Yes, a lot of significance in this name. Sewa Teerth basically means it's an adobe or it's an abode of for the people. And as we all know, all the ministries are now moving out of Raisina Hill to various other new buildings which have come up all over, Lutyens Delhi. And these new buildings, one by one, the Finance Ministry has moved out, the Home Ministry has moved out, the Defense Ministry has moved out, the Foreign Ministry has also moved out of Raisina Hill. The last building, the last office which is still on Raisina Hill is the Prime Minister's office, which is on the South Block. And the PMO also will now be moving to a new building which has been constructed, and the name of that building has been the building has been named as Sewa Teerth, and it is also in line with the other names that the PMO has taken. The Prime Minister's residence was now known as Lok Kalyan Marg ever since Prime Minister Narendra Modi moved into that house from 7 Racecourse Road. It's called Lok Kalyan Marg, which is also very symbolic because Lok Kalyan, again, devoting himself to public service, the Prime Minister. And now the name of the new PMO building will be Sewa Teerth in the same vein. We have seen how Kartavya and Seva have been very crucial words used by this government to signify that the Prime Minister is in fact the Pradhan Sevak, not the Prime Minister. So from knowing himself as the Pradhan Sevak, calling himself as the Pradhan Sevak on many occasions, now the new PMO building will also be called the Sewa Teerth in the same vein. So I think a very significant gesture. And this shows how the Prime Minister has firmly believed in always that he's devoted to the service of the people. And, this will be a new building. This will be a building with modern facilities, modern architecture, green building. All those facilities have been brought into all these buildings which have been built for the new ministries, because the North and the South Block are soon going to become museums where the people can go and see, these buildings. But also, if you see a move from the colonial era buildings to India's own buildings, in a way, the Made in Bharat new ministry buildings which have been built for all the ministries. And the Prime Minister's office will also be very soon moving to this new building, which will be called Sewa Teerth.
Right. I'm also joined by Payal Mehta on the broadcast. So Payal, Pradhan Sevak, Kartavya Path, Lok Kalyan Marg, now Sewa Teerth, modern structures with Bharatiya branding, something close to Prime Minister Modi's political image.
Well, absolutely. When the Prime Minister came in, he came in from very humble beginnings, Ayushman. And nobody could have real thought, okay, chai wala kabhi bhi desh ka Pradhan Mantri ban sakta. The Prime Minister always cites the example of how his roots always stay connected even now. So therefore, Sewa Teerth is a very, very important aspect in that respect, given the fact that his job as a Prime Minister is to do the Janta Seva. And that's the reason Sewa Teerth. Teerth is something that you associate with a lot of, well-being. You speak about temples, you speak about devotion, you speak about, the diversity in that manner as well. So that's something which is going to be highlighted in as many words. And like we've been saying, that the Prime Minister often calls himself as Janta Ka Sevak. He, in fact, has always been saying that he's been brought in here with a larger purpose to work for the cause of the people, something that he keeps highlighting time and again as well. So the Prime Minister getting a new house, that's going to be his house and his office both combined, like the one that you had in Lok Kalyan Marg as well. Racecourse Road was changed to Lok Kalyan Marg. Kartavya Path was devised again, which the Prime Minister really spoke about. So the modern day focus has to be the focus which is going to be very much with the Indian connection to it. That's something which has been a trademark as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi's career and, of course, his work as a Prime Minister is really concerned. And therefore, all the new buildings where these ministers have now shifted, ministries have shifted, are called Kartavya Bhavans, because of the job of any ministry is to make sure that the work, the Kartavya, the job is to work for the cause of the people. That's part of their duty as well. So a big developments coming to the fore just as we build up. The house is ready is what we're given to understand. Anytime now the Prime Minister will be expected to move into that house, which is much more closer to Parliament. It's probably a stone's throw away from Parliament as well. Much more closer to the offices over here as well. But there is a plan in place. They're not going to do away with the British architecture we've really seen. That's going to be converted into a museum that will tell you India's history from independence and pre-independence to now as well. So there's a proper design which has been put into place to make sure that North Block and South Block is converted into a museum, which the world may want to come and see. Modern state-of-the-art structure is being used to prepare that museum as well, to make sure that people of the entire world can come and see what India really stands for.
Right. Thank you, Payal Naman, for decoding that for us. Prime Minister Modi maintaining the rebranding momentum. Now the new PMO building will be called the Sewa Teerth.